WrestleMania 39 here in Los Angeles. Your client is up for a major match. Talk to me about how that came about, and then what are you all looking to seek beyond just the victory? Where are you going past WrestleMania 39?
Well, when OMOS and I got OMOS, I saw the potential in him. An extremely athletic and agile, strong, 7'3", 400-pound monster who needed guidance. He experienced some success as a tag team champion with AJ Styles, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer. But I felt that I would be able to help him a little bit more because AJ, is being still an active wrestler, I don't think would put OMOS's needs ahead of his own. But in my capacity as a business partner to OMOS, I'm able to help guide him and help him to make the choices that would lead him to a WWE championship. And OMOS told me one day that, I'm the biggest, baddest man in WWE. I said, Brock Lesnar says different. And until you beat Brock Lesnar, you can't say that. And he said, then I want to fight Brock Lesnar. Now, is OMOS ready for Brock Lesnar? I think I've done well, I don't want to take all the credit because OMOS, his passion and desire is very strong. But I've done everything I can to prepare OMOS for the monstrous task of facing Brock Lesnar. And I think he's going to do really well because Brock Lesnar's never faced anybody like the Nigerian giant OMOS.
Oh, I totally agree with you. I think it's going to be an epic match, probably one of the best matches of the weekend. When you talk about what you've been able to accomplish, MVP, I mean, you've been able to bring the Hurt Business. You obviously got Bobby Lashley going. Is there any, and maybe not right now, but maybe in the foreseeable future, could we see a reuniting of the Hurt Business with Bobby Lashley?
That's up to Bobby. Cedric and Shelton and I recently were able to come to terms, and we're back on the same page. And I've made overtures to Bobby more than once, and Bobby said that while we don't have any beef anymore, he just wants to do his own thing. And unfortunately for Bobby, doing his own thing has excluded him from a WrestleMania match. And I'm hoping that at some point Bobby comes to his senses and remembers how well we operated as a unit and what we were able to accomplish, and hopefully that will lead Bobby back. And if not, then Bobby can continue to do whatever it is he's been doing, but it just doesn't seem it's been working out very well for him.
Well, I think if he had you in his corner still, he had a big-time match.
If Bobby Lashley was still associated with me, he would have a huge WrestleMania match, as evidenced by my affiliation with OMOS. Anybody I affiliate myself with, or who chooses to affiliate themselves with me, experiences success, and I think that's an undeniable fact. And Bobby Lashley, I don't know if he's still dealing with the ego that he developed from becoming a two-time champion, WWE champion, but I'm hoping that he'll get over that and get back to business.
Now, you got a busy weekend, MVP, because you not only have WrestleMania, but the U is in the Final Four.
Yes, sir.
How excited are you about that?
Very excited. I was just talking about that earlier because, I grew up on University of Miami sports, and the U, our football team, we were a football school.
Yeah.
Nobody considers the University of Miami a basketball school. But over the years, we've had some good teams. But to make it to the Final Four, especially the way our football program has just fallen apart so badly, to have the basketball team step up and become a major player is pretty cool, and I'm excited for them.
And when you think of the 305, obviously yourself, Rick Ross, the boss, you think of a lot, like you said, the U. There's a lot of things that come about that. 4 years ago, the world lost the late, great Nipsey Hussle. What did Nipsey mean to you, and what did you see from him that maybe inspired you, or some things that you picked up about Nipsey and what his philosophy was?
Well, before I talk about Nipsey Hussle, I have to say that you are remiss to not mention the late, great Kimbo Slice.
Absolutely. Rest in peace.
Who brought the Miami version or the Miami perspective of MMA to the national stage. And he was one of the biggest box office draws, in the world of MMA. So, he was a guy that we came up together, and I saw his ambition and his desire to create something for his family, for his kids. And he did that. And his loss was it was a hard one because he was a good dude. We came up together. As far as Nipsey Hussle, he was a genuine individual who had a connection to his community and was trying to build and create better for those around him. And, unfortunately, throughout history, it seems that whenever there are people that try to do better and want to rise up and create better circumstances for people, they're almost always taken too soon, So, excuse me. So Nipsey's death, unfortunately, was senseless and very unfortunate thing, but sadly, often now.
Well, you know what? You're changing lives out here. You're trying to better communities with the people that you interacting with and the clients that you have. So we look forward to the street continuing with that, with all the success, especially not only this weekend but beyond. So thank you so much for your time. You are the sharpest dressed man we have seen in a long time. I love seeing it, brother, and appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The one and only MVP.